Hi everyone, it's Luton here, and we're back with some more PixelJunk Shooter, and today we're going to be on to Treading Carefully. Now, today's topic is going to be actually one that I get asked fairly regularly, and that is, why did I start doing the channel, and how did I get into YouTube, and how have I found it, and all of these kind of associated things. It also links in slightly to new things that I've been doing, so that's quite good. But first of all, as always, what's going on? Well, it looks like we've got some new little guys to... oh thank God. I thought it was going to create a horrific chain reaction there for a moment, but actually we're safe. Yeah, so it looks like we've got some new enemies, these little motion things. We found a secret area already. I have to say, we're moving towards getting to the end of PixelJunk Shooter, which would be a great shame. However, we do actually have PixelJunk Shooter 2, so we've got a whole new selection of fun adventures. I think when I come to doing PixelJunk Shooter 2, I may continue to do this kind of style, but I don't know, let me know. Would you like me to continue the style of discussing topics and the game at the same time? I think it's kind of good to do that, rather than just having, you know, a commentary about the game itself. I think it's nice to kind of mix it through, and I like doing it with these videos because it's quite a relaxing game, I find, and so it suits my commentary very well. So getting onto the topic for today, we're talking, as I say, about the channel and how I got started with it. And really, I never intended to necessarily turn it into like this big kind of media thing, because it would have been 2009, as the channel name suggests, Luton09, when I started things up. And it really was, initially, I really just wanted to put a few clips of things. I actually remember, I think it was the first thing I did was, one of the first things I did was, I got this quite fluky role when I was playing, I think I was playing Dirt 2, with, you know, the rally game, and I was going around a corner and I bumped into the wall, and then the car like rolled 360. I wasn't even giving a jump or anything, it just literally just flukily twisted the car, and it was so awesome. I had to record it on the replay. I had no recording device, so I literally just grabbed my oh no, I've lost one of the miners. Oh dear. Tragedy. And yes, I just grabbed my camera and recorded the TV screen, because I just literally, it was a cool thing that hadn't happened before, and it got me to thinking straight off there. Was like, wow, you know, I get this kind of thing all the time, I wish I could record. So I didn't go into it straight away. It took me a little while to kind of plan and work out how I was going to do it, because whenever you want to do something like a new hobby, you should try and research it a little bit first. I know my other hobby, which is aquariums. I have 2 aquariums, and I love just aquariums in general. I love that sort of stuff. And you know, when I got started in that, it was the same thing. We have a magma suit, by the way, which is fairly self-explanatory. It burns the hell. I did have some disasters with the magma suit, I believe, previously, so you need to try and be a little bit careful with it, not get too overexcited. But yeah, whenever you have a hobby, you shouldn't just jump in the deep end. You should try and research and plan a little bit, because often if you just go straight into something blind, there may be issues that arise that could be, you know, really problematic, and could cost you in the long term. So it's best to plan and find out any hidden costs or issues you may have before you get started with something. So when I was looking into this, as I say, I found like the best option for me, and I sort of thought about, okay, what do I want to do? But to begin with as well, it was primarily, I got into, one of the first ones that I seriously sort of made was about Bad Company 2, and that was where it all started really, was when I started doing those Battlefield videos. But the thing is that as the channel has gone along, and it's really fantastic, is the amount of support I've had from players and other people watching my channel. It really has, and this last 6 months, I guess, has really been quite the best in terms of the channel growing and how it's developed and so on and so on. No secret areas up here. Yeah, I always forget about this. See, I was getting a bit paranoid, but actually, you see, you can do this. Blah 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 blah. Only problem is, it's kind of filling itself as we go. So as we've gone along there, I've tried to introduce other things to sort of gauge reactions, see how popular other things would be, because Battlefield is really excellent and I get a lot of support for Battlefield, but I enjoy playing lots of games. For example, PixelJunk, I think it's a really fantastic, fun series, and I appreciate games in so many ways, probably because I've been gaming for a long time, but also because I think that's just the kind of person I am. I've never been the sort of person that enjoys doing solely one thing. It's why when people say to me, you know, what is your favourite food or your favourite music, I don't really have a favourite thing. To me, everything always has its place. It just depends on what mood you're in at the time. So I could never put one, you know, I could never put a point down on one thing and say this, I will always prefer this over other things. It's just not the case. I never would prefer a certain style of game over other ones, just because, as you can see, I'm having more issues here. I obviously have forgotten already that I can spin through the dirt here. Let's see if I figure out what to do. See, good job, me. Come on, figure it out. Goodness sake. I don't half make things hard for myself sometimes, I really do. Come on, just spin through it. Alright, well, we'll leave me bumbling around over here for now. So yeah, I enjoy playing a lot of other games, so I've tried to introduce a few things. However, I'll just talk to you now about where the channel is going, and oh, we've made it through. Well done, Luton, congratulations there. And I have wanted to bring in some new things, but I feel like I've been doing a little bit too much. And I was looking the other day, I was gathering sort of the information for different shows I've been doing, and it really is way too many. And it brings me on to my other thing, which is basically, oh no, oh god, this is a minor suicide mission today. I'm just murdering them all. I feel so awful. Yeah, it brings me on to my next topic, Borderlands 2. Okay, I started it the other day, and I don't know if I really want to complete it right now. I don't know. I'm going to possibly give it another go soon, but my time is it's very difficult. And actually, the thing with Borderlands 2 is, when I do Battlefield, it works really well because I can just get online and whoever it happens to be on, I can play with, and if not, it doesn't matter because I can still play games, you know. And if I'm doing single player games like I am right now, again, I don't need anybody else, I can just start recording. But when I do something like Borderlands 2, because it's kind of a co-op game, it means that I have to pre-book or arrange a time or a day to necessarily do that. It can be very difficult with the way my schedule works in my real life, and again, I don't want to bore people by sort of breaking down the realities of my day-to-day or anything like that, but it's difficult for me to every week say, yes, Wednesdays I'll always be free at 8 o'clock, or, you know, it just doesn't work. Did I just completely miss a gem? I think I did. I think I just blatantly ignored the fact that a gem came out of that thing and I just blanked it. So yeah, good job me, again, as always. Right, we're going for the kamikaze. No, look out! Oh, it's all going to go wrong. Oh, here we go. Bing! Get that gem. Yeah, you get that gem, but you didn't see the other one, did you? Right. Anyway, so for that reason, but also, I kind of agree. Albeit I haven't played tons and tons of Borderlands, and also I'm going to want to play it for myself, but it does seem already, even from the small amount that I've played, which is a few hours. Whoa! Chaos, anarchy in the UK. Scientist Andy, these creatures, it's like there are more and more of them the deeper we go, but they only appeared since the earthquake. I wonder if they can continue the drilling operations. I wonder if they're even still alive. Well, I don't know, Scientist Andy. We're running out of time. I haven't talked enough. It's because I'm rambling on about it. Believe it or not, this is actually how I often talk in real life. I just bam. It can be. I kind of I talk about multiple things all at the same time. It can be difficult to follow my my train of thought sometimes because I tend to just chatter about multiple things. My mind kind of gets distracted very easily, and I start talking about other things. But anyway, so when it comes to Borderlands 2, from the amount of gameplay I've seen already, it does seem, without wanting to be too down on it, because I do like it and I like other things, but it seems quite repetitive. And I've seen a lot of people say this as well, that I think one of the issues is that it's you can upgrade guns and all the rest of it, but it does seem to be almost a little bit too random. I don't know. Anyway, So it's simply that it's a little bit more difficult for me to fit in than other games. It's not that I don't want to play, it just seems to be a little bit more tricky in terms of my schedule. So for that reason alone, I may put a pin in it for now or something. But the good news is I've completed some of the other playthroughs that I'm doing. It's just a case of uploading now. And I think from here on out, when I do playthroughs, I'm going to try and focus on 1 or 2 at the max. Because I had forgotten as well that Black Ops 2 is coming out really soon. And I'm planning to do videos for that because I'm actually interested in it this year, you know. So I'm going to be doing that, but I'm going to be doing Battlefield as well, because there's no way I'm stopping doing videos about Battlefield, because it, in my opinion, is still, and I think even when, you know, Black Ops 2 comes along, it's still going to be the best FPS out there. Don't misunderstand as well. When Black Ops 2 comes along, I think it's going to be great fun, but it's definitely not going to replace as a primary game for me. COD has for one time when I was playing COD 4, it was like the primary game, but since then it's kind of like a fun filler, you know. If I've got a bit of time, I think, yeah, you know, I'll get on to COD for a little bit, but it's not something I'll just play 24/7. But that's going to be another sort of factor I have to fit in, because I want to make some videos in that. I want to talk about different things and maybe talk about some weapons, maybe talk about some tactics and some mindsets and things like this, break down a few things. Look at this lava thing, it's just demolishing this ice here, it's reaping it, which is awesome. So yeah, that's where I'm going. And as the channel has gone along, I've tried to expand it in different ways by doing these playthroughs. I wish that the playthroughs did a little bit better, just a little bit better, because it's kind of demoralizing for me sometimes when I see my Battlefield videos go up and they guaranteed to get 1,000, and it's actually been doing better. They'll often go 2,000-3,000 views now. And then I put up my playthroughs and they get to 300 views. Now, I understand as well that a lot of people come to my channel to watch Battlefield. I understand that completely, but it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy and put a lot of heart into the videos that I make in terms of the playthroughs. I really enjoy them, so for that reason alone, I wish invisible walls. Yeah, I hate invisible walls. For that reason alone, I wish that more people would, you know, check them out, get involved, and enjoy them. But I think that that's something that will come over time, and I do understand that, but I just wish it would come a little bit sooner for me, because I love the playthroughs, I love them, and I love the games. I want to share the games, and I want to share the sort of experience of it with it. I have really enjoyed seeing the comments on my Dead Space videos increase. That's one thing I've loved, is seeing people get involved. I like to hear feedback, and I always read, yeah, go on, take that stuff down. Yes, that's the way to do it, you see, don't mess around. I always read all comments. Oh my god, I'm on a massacre today. I'm just destroying all these little miners. Anyway, yes, I love reading the comments. I always read every single comment that gets made to my channel, and I try, where appropriate, to respond and get involved with you guys. But yeah, if anybody has ideas and suggestions to help me grow the channel as well, I will generally try and reply to those. But it is a big thing, and I do want to improve the channel and grow it where I can. One thing that I'm going to be doing is I've set up a separate Twitter, because my girlfriend is going to actually help sort of a little bit with that. The idea is that she's going to have that Twitter called Lutin Gaming, so if you want to subscribe to that, if you're already on my other Twitter, I will be using that all the time. That's my personal one, but for the channel itself, if I've got things to announce about the channel and stuff, I will try to perhaps use that one more, or definitely do both. Also, I think the Looting Gaming one, it's just a little bit more professional, so I can contact people through that and so on and so on. The other thing that I've done is I've actually set up a Reddit, and it's going to be Reddit, and it's called Looting Gaming. So if you like my videos and you like my content, it's somewhere you can go and start a topic and ask me questions. If you have a video that you want me to do, or something to look at, because sometimes, you know, when you make a comment on a YouTube, it can just get, although I read it, I maybe don't note it down at the time, and then it gets lost in the, oh dear, that was not a particularly clever thing to do. I think I kind of screwed up here. I didn't think very carefully about how the lava was working, and I kind of I shirked around it. But yeah, you know, sometimes a comment can get lost, and then I come back to it. Like this has happened with the mailbox before. People made a load of comments, and I thought, you know, I sort of saw them on the day, and I thought, oh yeah, these are great, really excellent comments. Came back to it later, and I was like, oh no, there's just too many. I can't, you know. So that's why I thought, okay, if I have a Reddit, it's great. And the other thing is that sometimes people don't always want to join a forum, and Reddit is a little bit easier to use than a forum in some ways. It's a bit more instant. It's a little bit more accessible to sort of everybody. And as I say, people don't always want to join forums all the time for these things, and forums take a lot more to set up. Reddits are very simple. That's the good thing about Reddits. The other thing is you can post content quite easily, etc., and link to things and so on. And it's nice the way you have the voting up and down system as well in terms of regulating what people have there. So the idea with that, and I will link this below and throughout the video, I think I'll put a little tag on here for it. Oh, I've just remembered though, I can't do that because YouTube won't allow you to link to other things, so I'll just put it in the notes, okay. So please go there, please check it out, because I do want people to get involved in that, and I think that it could be really good. And I know that you guys as subscribers are always wanting to ask me questions, and that maybe because of time amongst other things it can be difficult for me to get back to you. But if you post stuff there, I might not be, I'm not going to sit on it 24/7, that would be crazy, but I will get onto it absolutely as much as I can. So that's one thing. So I've got a few things in the works, but please, if you have ideas or comments or questions about my channel or the general development of the channel, then please get involved, because at the end of the day I started making this for reasons that were kind of, I didn't expect the channel to grow this big. I didn't expect myself to go this far with producing videos. I didn't expect to be buying all this equipment and talking and commentary and producing videos every day. I didn't expect to do that, but it seems that now that I'm really enjoying it, and I want the channel to grow more. I want you guys to give me more input, and I want to help, and I want to build it up, because that's what I enjoy. That's what I really love doing. So another episode done, another stage clear, and we go deeper into the mines. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you for some more stuff very soon.